What do you like best about Kittl? Is it the templates? Maybe it's the fonts? Maybe it's the different elements inside each design that you can modify. Well, in this video, I'm going to share with you 10 of my personal favorite things about Kittl. Let's jump in. Let's start off with a font as one of my favorite things here. I'm going to click the text button and I'm going to go to add headline. That's going to give me a little tiny headline idea here. I'm going to throw this up here and I'm going to type in the word peace. Now from here, here's my favorite thing. When I go over to the text settings, my favorite font is this font called BARRIECITO. And what I love about it is it looks hand-drawn. And for some of the characters, not all, but for some of the characters, if I type in, for example, Kittl, you'll notice the T's are actually different, which is really uncommon for a font. Normally they look hand-drawn, but the actual glyphs are identical. But in this case, the two T's are different. I think that's really cool. One of my favorite graphics is in the retro section. So I'm going to go over here to elements, and then I'm going to go to abstract, and I'm just going to scroll on down. And eventually I'm going to get to 60s backgrounds. I'm going to show all. And from here, I love all of these. But the very first one, I love using. And I use this one quite a bit for t-shirt designs and any sort of retro music or hippie or any sort of retro looking designs. I think that looks fantastic. You can then just add in, for example, I'll just type in guitar. And we can put a guitar now right in the middle. And we'll grab another one. And just like that, we've got a pretty cool music print that you can pop into any sort of music room or movie room. Another graphic that I really like to use is retro sunsets. I'm going to go over here to elements, and then under illustrations, I'm going to simply scroll on down and you're going to see Ocean Beach 254. I'm going to click show all, and we'll see there's a bunch of retro sunsets and things that are very similar. I'm going to click on just a couple here just to show you how easily you can make a design. Control A selects all. And just like that, I can populate it right at the top, add a headline, stretch it out. And just like that, I've got a really easy t-shirt design. I just love the retro sunsets. I think these things are really cool. And there's a lot of different ones you can use as well. Now, another nice thing about this is that you can change the colors inside. So if you wanted to make something a bit more neon, for example, you can easily change the color by simply clicking on it and then looking over here for object color. Another personal favorite of mine is over on the left. It's under the Kittl AI feature. When I click on Kittl AI, I'm going to be able to type in something here. So I'm going to type in something very strange, like tennis racket, for example. But what I'm going to do, this is my favorite thing, is the image style. The image style of psychedelic, I absolutely love. I'm going to generate the image. And what I love about this is pretty much anything that you can think of, it adds in the background, the psychedelic background. It's got the swirls, it's got the little stars, and this can make a great looking print for pretty much any niche because it's the style itself that is so invigorating. Another one of my favorite things is a template, and to find it, you go here on the top menu to Y2K. From here, you're going to scroll down and you're going to look for this one that says Republic Designs. This is my all-time favorite template. And the reason I like it is because it's circular. I'm going to click Use This Design. And what I'll often do is I'll get rid of the text out here, just like that. And then what I'll do is just double click the text. And then what I can do is type in whatever I want my phrasing to be. And it fits it right into the actual logo. I'll just put in the name of Toronto, for example. And you can see it just instantly fills it up. It's really cool. And I just love the way this looks on a t-shirt. All right, this next favorite thing involves photographs. So I'm going to go up here to New Project. And I'm going to pick a POD preset of display. And then from here, I'm going to pick my background color. I'm actually going to make it a very light neon pink. Now here's my favorite thing. I'm going to go over here to Photos. And under Photos, I'm going to type in New York. And then from here, I'm going to pick something that's sort of like nighttime with New York. I love this photo right here. So I'm going to make this nice and big. And then here's my favorite thing. I'm simply going to center it. And then on the actual photo, I'm going to go to blending mode and I'm going to check out color burn, multiply. There's a few different options. I love multiply, for example. And what I can do is I can go in now to the background and I can make the background color more or less pronounced. So the more pink or the more dark I go, seeing through, you can make it kind of a neon-y color. So just like that, very easily, you can make a really cool sort of steampunk-ish design really, really simply. And just using a filter like that can really make the design quite unique. Another one of my favorite things is the mask feature. Over on the left-hand side, I'm going to click on Elements, And then under shapes, I'm going to simply click down here to masks, show all, and I'm going to pick a shape, for example, a heart. And what I love about this is it's just so easy to use. I'll just center it. And then I'm just going to pick another element. I'm going to type in the word USA, for example. And I'm going to get back some stars and stripes. I'm going to look for the US flag or something that's similar to it. Here we go, United States flag right there. I'm going to make this nice and big. And when I make this nice and big and I hover over the design, you'll see it's trying to capture it. And just like that, now you've got your design. When I double click inside of it, I can now move this around and I can make this heart look pretty good right away. I can make this larger within a couple clicks. I've now got a really nice heart design that I can use for a t-shirt or a fine art print. Another one of my favorite things is a type of illustration. Over on the left, I'm going to click on elements and I'm going to go here to illustrations. And then I'm going to scroll on down. And the illustration that I love to use is a subset called environments. I'm going to show all. And you'll see that there's lots of trees, cityscapes, and palm trees. So I use these a lot. And then what you can do is just add some text to the design. So in this case, I'm just going to put the name of a city in, pick a nice font, and just like that, I've got a really nice t-shirt design. So if you're looking for an easy way to scale up and have some variety in your design, simply change out the fonts, change out the font colors. For example, I've clicked on the font under text color. I'm just going to pick off of my little eyedropper tool something inside the design, and I could pick, for example, this orange, and now I've got a design that has really no huge black in it, and I think that looks fantastic as well. I use this next favorite thing a lot. I'm going to go over here to elements, and then under elements, it's under ornaments. And as I scroll on down, what I'm looking for is ornate circles. There's 23 of them, and what I love is that you can change these out. So I'm going to pick this one, for example. Now you might think, Zen, what's the big deal with a circle? But what I really love about this is that you can change the interior colors and you can make them all sorts of weird, wild things. And this can really radically and quickly make your design stand out. Now I'm going to go here to the elements. I'm going to type in something like gorilla. I'll get back a really nice gorilla face. And just like that, I've now got a great looking logo. And what really adds to it is the fact that the logo is sitting inside or just outside of the circle. It creates a very nice backdrop for a t-shirt or a fine art print design. My last favorite thing is a very specific type of texture. So on the left-hand side, I'm going to click on elements and I'm going to type in the word dog. And we'll just get back a nice watercolor here, picture of a dog. Now this looks fine and there's nothing wrong with this. In fact, I think this looks really good if you're making a t-shirt design. But one way you can separate yourself is by going here to the left-hand side, clicking on textures. Now my favorite texture out of all of these is under paper textures, and it happens to be the third one. And when I click on it, I just love the way it just adds some weight to the design. And I'm going to click on this clip content right here, and it's going to mask onto the dog. So you can see when I move the dog around, you can see underneath it, there is the texture. You can also, if you change your mind, you can click in behind it and you can release the texture. But you can see the difference between the texture and just the regular design. And you can also change the opacity of the texture as well. You can make it 50% if you wanted to make it less. But there's lots of different options here for texture, but I just love the idea of adding a bit of weight through texture into my designs. I'll put a link to Kittl in the video description below. Just a heads up, it is an affiliate link. That just means if you click on the link and you wind up purchasing the Kittl subscription, I would receive a small commission. I love, love, love using Kittl. I use it all the time. I'm proud to be an ambassador. Here's another video showing the superpowers of Kittl in your print-on-demand journey.